Well, I want to thank all of you for being here to the Savannah Economic Development Authority's annual meeting. This is an absolutely wonderful crowd. We really appreciate your attendance. Every year we have these, and it's, to me, we all know each other in this room, so it's almost like having breakfast with 1,100 of your neighbors because there's such a good vibe in the room. But thank you so much for coming. At this time, I'd ask you all to stand. We have the Benedictine cadets, so we can present the colors, please. If you would join me in the pledges of allegiance, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and congratulations to the cadets on being the state football champions. That's quite an accomplishment for 2 years in a row. I'll have to kid Randy Parker. We're looking for another big win coming up, Randy, this next week. All right. If you please remain standing, we're going to ask Pastor Charles Robertson, who's the chaplain of the Savannah Police Department, to say the invocation.
Let's pray together. How good and pleasant it is for God's people to live together in unity. It is like the precious oil poured upon Aaron's head. For there the Lord bestows his blessings and even life forevermore. Lord, today we're thankful for this gathering. We thank you for our community, and we thank you for this new year, 2023. Today we celebrate all of the work of the Savannah Economic Development Authority, and we ask your continued blessings in days and years to come. We ask that you continue to give all of us your wisdom, your divine strategies, so that we can continue to prosper and help others. Bless all who gather today. Help Savannah to be a city set on the hill. Let our community continue to shine as a bright light. Bless our time together. Let our hearts be filled with the expectation of this year and all the good things that you will do as we seek to do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly before you. In the name above every name we pray, amen.
Okay, if you would all be seated, please. We have a number of people we want to thank. Obviously, what's happened in this community this past year couldn't have happened with a lot of work from all of us. In particular, we want to thank our elected officials today, Chairman Ellis and also Mayor Van Johnson. But if all of the elected officials could stand, please, so we could recognize you. I'd also like to thank our partners in economic development, as all of us know, it really takes a team to put the collage together that's happened in this community this past year. The Georgia Department of Economic Development, the Georgia Ports Authority, who is more or less the engine of our community, Georgia Power, we want to thank them for stringing all those extension cords up and down I-16. Our private and our public schools, including Savannah-Chatham County public school systems, who are going to be so important in the next several years in turning out students that can go into these jobs so that everyone gets a community benefit from all this success. The 17 colleges and the universities that are in our region, that's quite a number, a very robust academic community, isn't it, for a community our size. And also our regional development authorities, which is the JDA, which is the group of 4 counties that work together to make a lot of this success possible. I also want to thank the SEDA Board of Trustees and the board of the World Trade Center of Savannah. Many of you are on boards here, and you know that these are all volunteers. This has been a particularly intense year with a lot of meetings. Everyone showed up, everyone held hands to make this possible. So could we have a round of applause for the board, and would you stand, please? And lastly, and probably especially, I'd have to say, we want to thank the staff at SEDA. You're going to see a lot of metrics today and a lot of narrative, and so where all of us are this morning is in front of the curtain, so to speak, but behind the curtain are all the people that make this possible. And it's important to share with you as chair that this is not a big bench at SEDA. It's amazing to all of our board members, frankly, and I'm not really sure, Tripp, how you got it done, how much work that they do, but they never stop, and they are phenomenal. They have a great esprit de corps, and it's important. Would you all stand at SEDA so we can thank you for a remarkable year? So now if we are going to, let's have breakfast together so we can enjoy each other's company, especially the fellowship here, while we're away from our jobs, and to enjoy the morning. And then after that, we'll start the program. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. I'm glad y'all are here. Thank you for getting up and joining us. For those of you who were stalled on I-16 due to an accident, thank you for your persistence. We're glad you're here today, and I know everybody's busy, especially getting back in their routine from a busy 2022. It is very bright up here. In fact, it's brighter than the sun shining on Scott Center's forehead early in the morning. So it's really, I'm gonna have to deal with that a little bit, but we'll, please bear with me. We have a busy agenda today, so I'm gonna just jump right in. My name is Tripp Tyleson, and I work for the Savannah Economic Development Authority, also known as SEDA. Believe it or not, this is our 98th annual meeting. So in 2025, we'll have to celebrate a big accomplishment, big occasion. Many of you know at SEDA our job is quite simple but can be oftentimes quite complex. But we're here to create, grow, and attract new job opportunities and investment in the Savannah region. That comes in many ways, whether it's through the World Trade Center Savannah, the Savannah Regional Film Commission, or the efforts in the business development part of the business, or the regional efforts with the Savannah Harbor Interstate 16 Corridor Joint Development Authority, otherwise known as the Savannah JDA. You may have heard us talk over the past several years about our efforts to lay the groundwork for what is to come, or what was to come, and I must say in 2022, it came. World Trade Center Savannah reignited their international trade missions and more. The Savannah Regional Film Commission had their best year ever. Our existing industries grew even further, and of course, on May 20th, 2022, the state of Georgia and the Savannah JDA, that includes Bryan, Bullock, Chatham, and Effingham counties, announced the largest economic development project in state history. Our adventure with Hyundai reminds me of a famous line from one of the greatest movies ever made, Coming to America, where Eddie Murphy's character, Prince Hakeem, has this to say when he finds his bride: "No journey is too great when one finds what he seeks." And boy, did we find the perfect partner to develop the Bryan County megasite when Hyundai selected our region. You're going to hear these statistics, or even see these statistics, a lot over the next few minutes, but it's hard to believe that 8,100 jobs and $5.54 billion in investment at the Bryan County megasite is going to happen. The regional generational changing announcement will transform our area as we know it today. So today's meeting really is all about Hyundai, and it gives us a chance to learn more about the project and celebrate Hyundai's decision to locate here. To start, let's talk about the Hyundai site in Bryan County. Show of hands, and I'm not going to be able to see them, but based on your hand, if you raise your hands, how many of you have seen the site on I-16 over the last several months? It's an amazing accomplishment that has occurred since August the 1st. More than 1,800 acres have been cleared, and construction will begin this month. I mean, think about that. Since August the 1st, the site will be cleared and pads will be ready and construction is going to start. Please join me in watching a brief video of the progress to date. Thank you. The May 20th announcement and the subsequent work was accomplished by exceptional teamwork. While this quote may be often used, which Helen Keller has said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." And I must say, out of all the electric vehicle projects that are going on in North America, this project by far is the fastest moving one. And that, as you know, when we talk about speed to market, I envision, at least I know that Team Hyundai expects this as we look at the first quarter of 2025 to roll the first vehicle off. I think we'll be way ahead of our competition. But you know, this, as I said, it's teamwork that made it all happen, and it's very important that I take a moment to recognize those behind the scenes and, of course, those who made all this happen. First of all, I wanted to thank Governor Brian Kemp and his staff. They've been exceptional, and they've done a fantastic job working on this project. Commissioner Pat Wilson, who is overseas right now, couldn't be here today, but we have folks in the Department of Economic Development. Andrew and Christy are here today. Mark's here. I can't thank the department enough for all that they've done. Several other departments for the state of Georgia: the Department of Community Affairs, the Georgia Environmental Protection Division, Georgia Department of Transportation, Georgia Quick Start, which, as you know, is the nation's premier workforce training program. I can't say enough about the United States Army Corps of Engineers, Savannah District, and what they've been able to do with us on the permitting side, our counterparts at the Savannah Harbor Interstate 16 Corridor Joint Development Authority, and this is where the rubber meets the road. Effingham County, Brant Herndon and Jessica Hood, truly have been phenomenal. Bullitt County, when you think of the bookend, the western bookend of the JDA, Benji Thompson, and of course his former colleague Rachel Barnwell. Bryan County, Anna Chafin and Justin Farquhar. These are the team, at least main components of the team that really worked hard to bring the project. And I must say, it is an honor to work with Brant, Benji, and Anna. I got my sister and brother in arms, and it's truly an honor to work with y'all day in and day out. Eric Johnson's here. I don't know if Karen Krupp is here, but they serve the JDA project, whether it's relocating folks from South Korea or working on the project day in and day out. Eric's done a great job. The Savannah JDA Board of Directors, I think all of them are here as well. And of course, the elected officials, from county chairman to our mayors, city and county staffs, from the managers to the public works and planning team, especially Bryan County, Effingham County, Bullitt County, and Chatham County. Also the City of Savannah Water and Sewer team, many other municipal and county staff members. I want to thank them very much for all that they've done. The list keeps going. Georgia Power, Georgia Ports Authority, Thomas and Hutton Engineering, Claxton Gas, Municipal Gas Authority of Georgia, Pac Fiber, Resource and Land Consultants, Gray Pinnell and Woodward, Hunter McLean, Hussey Gay Bell, Terracon, Mega Civil. And so when you ride by the site and you see all the work that's going on, Mega Civil is a joint venture between 3 civil or earth-moving contractors in the state of Georgia. And at the end of the day, they're going to move over 12 million cubic yards of dirt. We've got a stormwater retention pond that's going to be 180 acres, and all this will be done by April. If I left anyone out, by the way, please see Brant, Benji, or Anna. Let's make that clear. Also, I'd like to thank the SEDA staff and our strong board of directors led by my boss and friend, Paul Henchy. And throughout this year, I think Paul's going to get very tired of me saying this, but believe it or not, this is Paul's 30th year running St. Joe Candler, and that deserves a big round of applause. So, I've said this to Paul before, you don't see many locally owned independent hospital systems in the country anymore, and the fact that we've been able to do that in Savannah with his leadership is extraordinary. I'd also like to thank the families who supported the folks that have worked so hard on this project, especially the long weekends, long nights, etc. And I'd also like to give my family a special shout out who's here today, especially my wife Tracy. Hank and Lula are here. I can't thank you enough for all of your love and support. Without it, I wouldn't be up here, especially from my bride. Finally, I want to thank the team at Hyundai. I'll never forget late January. The way these selection projects work, we never know who the company is. We have code names, and usually the site selection firms is very adamant about not disclosing who the company is going to be. And at the time when we were entertaining Hyundai at the site and other things, we had another project that was also interested in being in our region. And I'll never forget when Jose Munoz got out of the airplane and we still didn't know who the company was, and we saw his backpack with the word Hyundai on it. We knew right then and there that this was going to be an extraordinary partnership, and boy, has it been one. And now I'll never forget that day. And so I want to thank Chairman Chung, President Chang, of course, Jose Munoz, Randy Parker is here today, and last but not least, the folks that are on the ground here day in and day out from Hyundai. I know Oscar Kwan is here, Ted Kim's here, We've got Dustin, Daniel, there's so many more to name, but I really would appreciate it if all of the Hyundai folks would please stand. Daniel, y'all please stand. Don't be bashful. All of our Hyundai friends, please stand up. Thank you very, very much. You know, there's over 5 billion reasons why we need to give you all a round of applause, so. I would like to circle back to one group that is also very special to me, and that is the SEDA staff. They are the hardest working group in the business. They put every effort in every day, and I could not be more proud of them. And we also have, you know, at the same time, we do work very hard, and we know that, but we also like to have a little fun on the side. And I thought it would be great since, as Paul said earlier, the folks behind the curtain doing all this work, I thought it would be a good idea for y'all to see them in action and get to know them. So we've got a little video that highlights the SEDA staff. So please join me in attention to the screen.
I work here.
It is my job to keep the candy bowl full and the snack drawers full.
I handle all the finances.
I don't have an answer.
Herd cats.
You want to expand on that?
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Working projects.
I support Angela Hendricks in the marketing department, and we do everything from press releases to social media, photography, events, gift giving, and a plethora of other things.
You know, the film office.
I pitch potential filming locations to productions. We also encourage as many film dollars in local pockets as possible.
Market Savannah to the film and television production. Then when they come here, to make sure that everything goes well for the production, for the crew, and for our local community.
A regional joint development authority.
I help companies locate and expand in Chatham County.
Working with World Trade Center Savannah.
I assist regional companies with successful international strategies.
Trying to take care of existing industries.
Antoine Smoke programs and community development.
Forgot, we need to do that again. Who am I?
I market the Savannah region to the world.
I handle our inbound and outbound delegations, any trade requests, and our trade bridge program.
I removed 2 individuals that were trying to catch a alligator on our property on Hutchinson Island.
They're painting the walls or installing game cameras.
Being asked to put up signage in the middle of nowhere at the mega site for the announcement. That was very fun.
Quite a task.
Quite a task.
Getting asked, do you have snake boots? And then going out to the middle of the woods with a machete, climbing a tree, and putting up balloons that were larger than me.
Rolling and tying ribbons around hundreds of t-shirts.
Everything from last minute masseuses to emergency dentists.
All of my tasks are pretty odd and unexpected.
I think I asked most of them to do those.
I think people know that we're out to bring in, as you know, the jobs and investment side for the region. I just, you know, sometimes people just don't understand what that, you know, what that entails.
My husband thinks I know exactly what's going on in the whole entire Chatham County. Every time he says
I'm a casting agent.
They think that I just constantly try to keep up with their expense reports.
And I broker super secret deals all day long.
I would say people think I just open the door and answer the phones, but for the most part, I take care of everybody. I kind of see my role as house mom.
I hang out with movie stars and celebrities all day.
I travel all around the globe, but really what I do is work with the companies within this region.
They think that I Google things, and I actually Google things.
The facilitation of the SPLOS project of Savannah Chatham Manufacturing Center and what that meant to have that done in advance of such a significant announcement like Hyundai.
what she said.
The Location Managers Guild International Award for Outstanding Film Commission for 2021.
Just trying to keep Trip on track.
I think just keeping Trip in line.
We were able to help World Trade Center Savannah become premier accredited as a global center of excellence, a part of the World Trade Centers Association.
I am most proud of growing the film industry in Savannah.
I think I'm really most proud of the growth in the U.S. Foreign Trade Zone program.
Definitely playing a part in the announcement of Hyundai.
Oh, without a doubt, Hyundai.
I like that every day is totally different.
You never know what's coming in that front door. There's always new businesses to matchmake with. There's always new connections to be had.
That I get to play a role in transforming the Savannah region.
Deal with a lot of great people.
The people.
Yeah, I love working with the people that I do.
What was the question?
What do you like?
I like the people.
I'm a people person.
The opportunity to work with people across all different industries as well as a lot of people in the community.
Trip.
He thinks he is.
Yeah.
My funniest is Mark Sprosty.
Mark.
Yeah, I would say Mark.
You know, they always say that I'm the funniest, but then looks aren't everything.
I think Renee cracks me up all the time.
Antoine.
Pass.
Morgan! Thank you!
Yvonne.
Me?
Yeah. Yvonne.
Yvonne.
I would say Yvonne.
Angela.
Whenever I call Angela's desk, she's never in her office, but she responds to texts very quickly.
Hi, this is Angela. How can I help you? I can't say. We'll plead the fifth.
Trip. Yeah, Trip probably. Yeah.
Me, you.
Renee.
I would say maybe Angela the most, I don't know.
I don't know that anybody really stresses out, honestly. I think if we do, it might be in the privacy of our office with the door shut.
Perfect answer.
I'm gonna go with Angela.
Angela or Antoine?
Renee.
Mark.
Morgan.
Myself.
Angela.
Liz.
I would say Mark. He brings a good dad energy.
That's a wrap.
It feels like my wedding photos.
Very nice.
How was that smile at the end was like, I was like, good, I'm done.
Thank you to Team SEDA. In 2022, we accomplished a lot. Some of those accomplishments you may have seen on the screen as we enjoyed our breakfast on the separate monitors, but others come in our annual tradition of what we call the top 10 list. And so what we do, if this is your first meeting, we do basically a reel or a video that highlights the year with the top 10. And of course, that will happen again today. So we have yet another video, but it's shorter, for our top 10. So please join me in the screen.
In 2022,
SEDA,
World Trade Center Savannah,
and the Savannah Regional Film Commission
work together
with our partners
and clients
to facilitate
Continued economic growth.
for Savannah.
And our region.
Here's our top 10 for 2022.
Number 10. For the fourth year in a row, SEDA received Site Selection Magazine's McKinley Matt Conway Award for Excellence in Economic Development.
Number 9, hosted more than 30 site selectors in partnership with the Georgia Chamber of Commerce and the Georgia Department of Economic Development for Red Carpet Tour 2022.
Number 8, the Savannah Logistics Innovation Center and Plug and Play selected their first cohort of 12 startup companies for their accelerator program.
Number 7, completed the Bloomingdale Water Sewer Project that will support more than 8 million square feet of industrial space.
Number 6, completed new interchange and off-site water and sewer services to support Rockingham Farms a 10 million square foot logistics park.
Number 5, World Trade Center Savannah was one of only 7 World Trade Centers globally to receive World Trade Centers Association North America Premier Accreditation, with specializations in trade development and business and member services.
Number 4, Igneo Technologies becomes the first company to announce it's locating at the Savannah Chatham Manufacturing Center.
Number 3, 102 professional entertainment productions shot in Savannah, creating a direct spend of over $204 million.
Number 2, every new job or job retained and every dollar invested that SEDA helped facilitate. This includes 9,263 new job opportunities and over $5.6 billion in capital investment.
Number 1.
Hyundai, Hyundai, Hyundai.
What a fantastic year. Our team would like to thank you, especially our board of directors and our partners, and we look forward to what we will achieve together in 2023. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Randy Parker, Chief Executive Officer for Hyundai Motor America. In his role, Randy is responsible for Hyundai's commercial automotive operations in the United States. In May of 2019, Randy joined Hyundai Motor America as the Vice President of National Sales and was promoted to Senior Vice President in February of 2021. During his tenure as head of sales, Hyundai became one of the fastest growing mainstream brands in the United States, setting an all-time retail sales record in 2021 and growing retail market share 31% since 2020. The numbers that came out yesterday, Randy, for the last 5 months and year-to-year growth, 40%, it's just phenomenal what's going on with Hyundai. And I give you a lot of credit in the team. Y'all are really, I want to say kicking, well, I'm not going to say that, but y'all are really doing a great job. In fact, every month, the team that reaches the sales goal, they celebrate with a Randy Day, which means they get Friday off. So that's a really big deal within the company. Prior to joining Hyundai, Randy had more than 3 decades of automotive industry experience and leadership at Nissan and General Motors. As far as Randy's educational background, I defer to him to share this interesting information when he gets up here shortly. In July, Randy was recognized as an industry influencer by the Automotive Hall of Fame. And as we've gotten to, I've mentioned Jose Munoz's name several times, and as we've gotten to know Jose often tells me that Randy is a big part of the secret sauce that makes up Hyundai. Please help me welcome Randy Parker, who is going to talk to us today about what's going on at Hyundai. Thank you, Randy.
Now, is that how you welcome someone who's going to invest $5.5 billion in the state? Oh, okay, so you got the picture up there, I see. Now I know why my PR team missed the flight yesterday, because they know I would have never approved this picture. Anyway, as you can see, I played basketball at TCU from 84 through 88. We won the Southwest Conference back in 86 and 87, went to the NCAA tournament for a couple of years. And anyway, how many TCU fans we got in the house? You know what? I expected that. I expected that. Now you know that this is another example of David meets Goliath, right? And from a biblical perspective, we all know how that story turned out. And you know we are a Christian school. We got all the drunks on the weekend to prove it, but we do believe in divine intervention. Just ask Michigan. So with that, let's go ahead and get it started this morning. As you can see from the video, it's been an exciting year for Hyundai, with even more exciting things happening right here in Georgia. Thank you, Tripp, for the invitation to speak at this distinguished gathering today. To paraphrase the legendary singer Ray Charles, Hyundai and TCU truly has Georgia on its mind. In May last year, we revealed that our new state-of-the-art Hyundai Motor Group Metaplan America would be in Bryan County. In October, we broke ground on this revolutionary facility, which will help us cement our position as a global leader in electrification, safety, quality, and sustainability. This facility is a $5.5 billion investment in new EV and battery manufacturing that will create more than 8,100 local jobs. Let's give it up for that, huh? So, why did we choose Georgia and the local Savannah community for this facility? Well, I certainly don't have to tell this audience the answer to that question. You already know that this region is perfect for developing the future of transportation. We're excited to be a part of this impressive collaboration between counties and economic groups. I'll get into a little bit more detail on what we have planned for Georgia in just a few minutes, but first, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Hyundai. You might know who we are, but as Tripp said, did you know that we're one of the fastest growing automotive brands in the industry? I'm proud to say that we've achieved remarkable sales and market share growth. In fact, our retail market share is up more than 33% since 2020. 3 years ago, we set a goal to sell 1 million Hyundai and Genesis vehicles and have a 6% combined market share by 2025 in the US. And according to our latest projections, we're going to hit that goal by the end of this year, a full 2 years ahead of schedule. And today, Hyundai Motor Group, including Hyundai, Genesis, and Kia, is third in overall sales in the industry. Now, you might be wondering why there are so many customers interested in Hyundai vehicles. Well, the simple answer is our commitment to exceptional quality, design, and customer service. And you don't have to just take my word for it. Just as an example, our all-new Ioniq 5 was recently named Motor Trend SUV of the Year, Car and Driver EV of the Year, and World Car of the Year. And our vehicles aren't just good looking and reliable, they're also very safe. Over the past 7 years, the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has awarded Hyundai with more IIHS top safety picks than any other brand in America. Today, 16 combined Hyundai and Genesis models have received IIHS awards, making us a leading automaker in safety recognition. As Georgia partners with Hyundai, you might be wondering, well, what kind of company we are? What do we stand for? At Hyundai, we believe we have a responsibility to make progress for humanity. That principle is our North Star. We're striving to bring about universal mobility without causing harm to our planet. This means providing freedom of movement to everyone. We're doing that by investing in mobility services, close relationships with leading mobility service providers, and expanding beyond the automotive transportation sector. Hyundai has a vision for the future of transportation, and part of that vision is providing clean, affordable, and convenient mobility solutions for all. We have launched Motional, an industry-first joint venture to advance the development of production-ready autonomous driving systems for the commercialization of Level 4 and Level 5 self-driving technologies. Our vision for the future is also taking flight. Supernal is our advanced air mobility division, which is working to develop a family of electric air vehicles. Part of our efforts include convening public and private stakeholders to responsibly shape this emerging industry. Now, back on the ground, we're getting into pioneering work with robotics. You've probably seen those YouTube videos of Boston Dynamics' amazing robotic dogs that can autonomously walk, run, jump, and even open doors. Hyundai acquired Boston Dynamics to expand its future mobility concept, including artificial intelligence, smart factories, and robots. We're also focusing on alternative fuel solutions. Our Exient and Nexo brands are blazing new trails in hydrogen fuel cell technology. In fact, with Nexo, we are the world's first manufacturer to offer a dedicated hydrogen-powered fuel cell SUV. And as you can tell, Hyundai Motor America is deeply committed to doing business in the United States and serving the American people. We are continuing to put our money where our customers live. We've been operating in the U.S. now for more than 36 years. Our U.S. operations support more than 100,000 U.S. jobs, both direct and indirect. We have more than 820 Hyundai dealers across the country, and nearly half of all of our vehicles sold in this country are built here already. Hyundai Motor Group, which includes Hyundai Motor Company and Kia Corporation, has committed to investing $10 billion in the U.S. by 2025, producing future EVs, enhancing production facilities, and furthering our investments in innovation and sustainable smart mobility solutions. We are determined not only to grow our business, but be a good corporate citizen while doing it. That's why one of the most important corporate social responsibility programs is Hyundai Hope on Wheels, a foundation to fight pediatric cancer. Through this program, Hyundai has committed more than $200 million to pediatric cancer research. Our focus on being a good neighbor includes Georgia and the entire southern region. We're looking forward to enriching the health of local communities through our corporate social responsibility programs. We have already donated a total of $1.5 million to date. This includes programs through Hyundai Hope and Genesis Gives, which have previously committed $120,000 to nearly 10 organizations supporting local communities in and around Bryan County. And that's just the beginning. Hyundai recently presented Georgia Tech with a $120,000 donation to provide scholarships in the areas of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. For the next 4 years, two $15,000 scholarships will be awarded to eligible students. Hyundai Hope on Wheels presented a $500,000 check to Hyundai Scholar Hope and Young Investigator grants to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta to continue its long-standing fight against pediatric cancer. And Genesis Inspiration Foundation has made donations totaling $200,000 to two Georgia-based nonprofit organizations, Draw Change and Paint Love. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I want to share a bit more about why we've come to Georgia and what it means for this vibrant and thriving region. In May of last year, Hyundai Motor Group entered into an agreement with the state of Georgia to build full electric vehicles and battery manufacturing facilities in Bryan County. Commercial production is slated to begin in the first part of 2025, with an annual capacity in Phase 1 of 300,000 units, and with the ability to increase to Phase 2, 500,000 units based on demand. We plan to manufacture a wide range of innovative EV models at this new facility for the Hyundai, Genesis, and Kia brands. These facilities in Georgia will become an important part of a stable supply chain for EV battery and other EV components in the U.S. market. To accomplish this goal, we will implement many advanced intelligent manufacturing technologies that are currently being tested in our innovation hub in Singapore. As a result, the plant we will build here will boast a highly connected, automated, and flexible manufacturing system, which organically connects all elements of the EV ecosystem to realize the greatest customer value. We will introduce intelligent manufacturing that supports the collaboration between robots and human workers, creating a human-friendly work environment. Safety and efficiency will be our highest priority. Now, in keeping with our strong commitment to sustainability, the new plant will mainly rely on renewable energy sources to power the facility and use emission-reducing technologies to meet RE100 requirements. Honestly, putting this EV and battery manufacturing plant in Savannah makes good sense for so many reasons. With immediate access to I-95 and I-16, Bryan County offers easy access to over 250 major metropolitan areas. Plus, it's less than 30 miles from the Port of Savannah, the single largest and fastest growing container terminal in the U.S., with 2 Class 1 rail facilities on site. Now, since we broke ground, we've completed clearing more than 1,800 total acres and moved more than 2.8 million cubic yards of earth. We are progressing at a faster pace than comparable projects, and we're well on our way towards meeting our goal of starting production by the first half of 2025. Several automotive parts suppliers have announced plans for new facilities and businesses to support our facility. An example is Hyundai Mobis, one of the world's largest automotive suppliers. Their plan includes an investment of almost $1 billion in an EV power electric system plant in Bryan County that will eventually employ at least 1,500 people. Frankly, we're excited to see the continued impact on the surrounding communities through job creation and investment in the entire region. We will continue to work closely with local organizations and businesses like yours as we develop the pipeline of suppliers for the plant. Before that silver shovel ever hit topsoil, we knew Georgia was the right place for us. West Point is already home to our group's Kia manufacturing hub in the United States. And from our experience there, we knew a talented workforce would be available to us, as well as existing network of group affiliates and suppliers. I'm particularly excited about our future here because Hyundai and the people of Georgia share so many qualities. We have a tremendous respect for our respective histories. We value ingenuity, creativity, and hold a mutual determination to make the world better for the next generation. Hyundai believes electric vehicles will be an important part of our transportation future, and this new facility in Bryan County is a crucial step forward in realizing our goal to be a leader in the U.S. auto market's EV evolution. With the additional of EV and battery production capabilities in the U.S., Hyundai Motor Group aims to maintain our position as one of the top 3 EV providers in the U.S. We're already ahead of every EV maker except Ford and Tesla, with nearly 10% share of all EV sales in the United States this year. Hyundai plans to lead the EV market not just in sales, but also in terms of design, technologies, and mobility solutions optimized for the electric mobility era. This new EV plant is the future of our business, and it will help us meet the growing demands of our U.S. customers who want leading-edge design, safe, zero-emission vehicles now and in the future. From battery electric vehicles and hybrid plug-in powertrains to hydrogen fuel cell technology, we are investing and deploying the full range of powertrain technologies to the best solutions. Our strategy is different than our key competitors, who are currently focused solely on EV technologies. We have a much broader and more ambitious vision for the future. Ultimately, our goal is to reach that planet-friendly, zero-emission ecosystem that we all hope to see. We are dedicated to achieving carbon neutrality in our global products and operations by 2045. And all of this brings me back to where I started. Why Hyundai has Georgia on its mind. The introduction of Hyundai Motor Group's Metaplan America in Bryan County is a game changer for Hyundai and for Savannah. This collaboration is good news economically as well as environmentally. And as you can tell, we are very, very excited to be here. We're looking forward to growing our business while helping grow your local communities. All we ask is that you continue to support us, work with us, and be our partners in the success we are confident will benefit us all. Thank you. Happy New Year. Go Frogs, go Dogs. Sounds like a horror movie, Frogs and Dogs, right?
That's right. Randy, thank you very much. As a token of our appreciation, we have a nice box of cigars in here for you. I know you're a fan, but don't tell anybody they're from Cuba.
Oh, I won't.
And before I give this to you.
Oh, God. I can only imagine what this is. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks again, Randy. As Randy mentioned, and as we've talked about also, we also are excited about the suppliers that will be coming with this project. We've already announced 2 so far, but we've got many more that are coming, so stay tuned because the numbers just keep growing and growing and growing. One thing I did want to touch on, and by the way, Chris Smith, I forgot to give you a shout out. Chris, who is moving here from Hyundai, the Hyundai plant in Alabama. I forgot to mention his name earlier, but Chris, we're glad you're coming over, so thank you for all that you're doing with Hyundai. In December, it was announced that the Savannah JDA has engaged a workforce development consulting firm, Wadley, Donovan, Gutshaw Consulting. And they're going to conduct a regional workforce study and a comprehensive strategic plan that will identify the labor supply and challenges facing the Savannah region as an employers develop initiatives for those already located here and for those that are coming. This is a very important strategic plan that we're going to do in the first quarter of 2023. And so when you get an email from this consulting firm, whether you're an elected official, a university president, or a school system employee, please make sure that you pay attention to it and that you step up to the plate and help us because this is going to be a very big deal. So stay tuned for more details. We've also hired a workforce director who's going to be the person in charge of helping us with this project, and we will announce this person's name shortly. Again, workforce is going to be a crucial step to the project. We'll also be working to identify and execute a similar housing study and strategy, so stay tuned for that. At this time, I would like to invite Chairman Henchy to come back up to the podium as we adjourn. But before I do that, I want to give one quick last-minute special shout-out and thank you to Angela Hendricks, who's with the SEDA staff. If Angela's here today, she put all this together. So, Angela, thank you very much. She worked throughout the holidays, and I really can't thank her and the team enough. Chairman Henchy, please close us out.
Thank you, Tripp. Randy just left, but I do want to say to the Hyundai people who are here, our partners, how refreshing it is. And I think it's particularly energizing when I heard his comments about social accountability and that Hyundai has a social conscience about the communities you come into and are very focused on community benefit. And we really appreciate that, so that it's not only economic development, but it's also the issues that a community face, all boats rise. So we look forward to working you on that. You'll find that this is a very philanthropic community, and you're going to fit right in with all of us. So that was very refreshing to hear. In 2023, we had 2 board members who ended their terms. Frank McGill, who many of you know, who couldn't be here today, but Willie Seymour, who's on the ILA, who's been a fantastic board member. I believe he is here. Willie, if you'd come up. Is Willie here? Yeah. Willie, we had something in here for our appreciation. Willie and I go way back. We started years ago playing golf, several golf tournaments in the IRA. I won't tell you who beat whom, but it sure as heck wasn't me. I can tell you that. But he is a great board member. We thank you for your service. You're going to be missed.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, in closing, this has been, as you've heard, quite a year for our community, and in particular, quite a year for SEDA. You can't see what I'm looking at, but as I said earlier, we all know each other here in this community. It's very exciting in a place like this. We're fortunate to have all the sophistication without the brutal density that other cities have, that we can actually get something done here. And none of this was done in a vacuum. And it took all of us in this room to kind of recognize around a common cause as we continue to grow. And in particular, that all boats get lifted and all neighborhoods in this community get lifted by these new developments. So thank you all for your input. The best is yet to come. I don't believe we have anything else. And we are adjourned. Be careful on the ride home. Thank you.